My company, Federal Biometrics Innovations, has a proposed security plan for the protection of the red button. With the use of our biometric cutting-edge technology, the protection and confidentiality of the red button and those involved with it will be kept safe. The first checkpoint is speaker recognition. The individual will be given a short prompt by the computer and be asked to repeat it. If access is granted based on what the speaker says, then the individual will move on. If the access is denied, security will be promptly notified and the individual will be apprehended. The second checkpoint in our 3-checkpoint system is an iris scan. The individual will step up to the camera so the iris may be observed. If the iris scan matches that of the one in the database with the individual, then they will once again move on. If the iris scan does not allow access, then the individual will once again be promptly apprehended. The third and final checkpoint is a palm scan. This palm scan uses our most cutting-edge technology to not only look at the composition of the hand, but also the composition and location of specific veins. Because the veins vary among all humans, the rate of false acceptance is extremely low. But once again, if the access is denied based on the vein scan, then the individual will be apprehended. If the vein scan is a match in our database, then the individual will then be granted access to the red button.
Alright, so the first checkpoint of our system is voice recognition. How this works is a person speaks into a microphone, and those vibrations are translated by an analog digital converter, or ADC, into digital data. What it does is it takes precise measurements of the speech and filters out the background noise. Then it separates the speech into different frequencies, and they are lined up by different bands. Then it adjusts to recognize and match the speed of the person speaking to a pre-recorded voice. Then those frequencies are split into short parts called phonemes, and they are matched to different phonemes or sound units of a pre-recorded library of words and phrases. This is done using a statistical model. There are a few weaknesses of this system. The first is background noise. Although some of it can be filtered out, if there's too much, the reading will not be accurate. This system also takes up a lot of space and power on a computer. And sometimes, although this technology is improving, homonyms are often confused in the system.
The second checkpoint we have for our security is iris scanning. Iris scanning is a high contrast camera with infrared technology that marks specific properties and textures in your iris and matches it to the image encrypted in the digital templates that are matched with your iris. Iris scanning has a false acceptance rate of 1 in 1.2 million, and the false rejection rate is 0%. It is extremely reliable because your iris is an internal organ protected by the cornea, and it will take severe eye damage to change the textures of your iris. It is rarely impeded by contacts or glasses, so you don't have to take glasses or contacts off. There's no lights that bother you, and you have to stand only a few inches away from the camera, so it's very convenient.
The third checkpoint in our system is called a palm scan. The palm scan uses a small device which scans the hand using ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet light refracts off of hemoglobin, a protein found in veins. The scanner forms a 2D model of the hand and then compares it to a pre-existing model. Vein geometry is unique between all individuals and is sometimes 100 times more unique than fingerprint scans. The veins are matched up, and the false acceptance rate of the scan is around 0.00008%. And it's very non-intrusive because the hand can only be 2 inches from the scanner, and it only takes a few seconds to comprehend.
The U.S. is under attack and needs access to the red button immediately. Repeat the phrase.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
This just in, thanks to the Federal Biometric Innovations Company, the United States of America was just saved from a potentially disastrous event.
As you can see, our system of multi-nodal biometrics did a fantastic job protecting this red button. For example, the iris scan has a 0.00001% chance of letting someone through, while the palm scan has a 0.008% chance of letting someone through, and the voice recognition is 0.2%. Crunching all these numbers together, we found that you have an 8 times 10 to the negative 9th percent of you getting through our security checkpoints.